All right, quick question for you guys. This topic is what I wish I knew before getting married. So I'm gonna wait maybe about 30 seconds. What would you, for those of you that are already married or you've been married before, what would you say you wish you knew before getting married? Anything that you guys might say you you wish you knew. OG or IHO says, apart from I have allergy, Lord help me. Apart from online, what other way to give, please? You can get the books, you can buy the books, you can leave a review for the books on Amazon. You can also give by way of Cashapp. Let me see if I can pull that out. Hopefully I have it here. Where's the Cashapp stuff? I think it's scrolling on the screen. It's simply Cashapp is I think it's I don't remember. I think it's Man of Prestige, $ Man of Prestige on Cashapp. You can also do that. I can't find the label. I think I might have deleted it because we usually don't use it, but I think it's scrolling on the screen. If you look at it, it's $ on Cashapp, Man of Prestige on Cashapp. But thank you so much. Yeah, all those different ways you can give and support. Thank you. All right, so back to the topic. What would you hope that you knew before getting married? Anybody want to go? I'll give you another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds. Not to say it's my 10%. My 30. Remember, you guys remember how I got that the drop from Daddy Freeze, right? That was because I was given this is I think it was $10 from the jackpot when it was dragging the jackpot people, right? That's how I got the drop at the beginning, by the way. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, this drop right here.
Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of Prestige. Now man you be.
That was $10. So $10 did that. All right. So shout out to Natu. I appreciate you, Natu, for the $10, Jared. Thank you. All right. For me, I wish I knew certain red flags to look out for. I wish I had more self-awareness, self-esteem, and emotional intelligence. Wow. That's solid. That's a solid one, Chidima. But I better say, coming in shortly, awesome. We remember DF was dragging diasporans. Yes, he was. And when it was done and it was finished and it was about to rest, I said, here's $10 from the jackpot. He just started going like, Man of Prestige. You're like, $10. Baba. Take them easy. Last, waiting happen. Last.
Ó ṣorí kìdìgbà bíi Brazil aṣẹ́wó. Ó wá sórí láì mi ó sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ. Já dànù jẹ́ rapture wèrè dànù where you dey. Rapture dànù kúrò lórí live mi òpó nóòṣì.
That was also me, by the way, because he misinterpreted something that I said. That's okay. We can laugh at it. Right? Yeah, I said I brought money. Not to even remember. Yeah, I said this is I brought money. Yeah. That marriage life is different from courtship, though. It will remain as it. Right. So for men, I teach them to actually treat them equally. Because what you are is what you are. Just the same way where they say a wife is always a wife. It's not about somebody already married you or not. If you're a wife, you're a wife, okay? You'll be off the market in no time if you're a wife. You don't last being a single person if you're a wife, okay? If you're a wife, you're a wife. And good, competent men will see that in no time, and you'll be off the market. That's just the way. And when I say in no time, obviously, relatively speaking, right? But it's the same way. A man should treat every woman equally. Okay, a man should treat every woman equally. All right, very simple. You treat every woman equally across the board, regardless if it's your wife or girlfriend or something. It's who you are, okay? It's who you are as a person. It doesn't mean you try to sleep with every one of them, but it's just who you are. So I see a lot of people try to separate dating from relationship, from marriage. I'm like, okay, you can run away from dating faster than marriage. I guess I'll give that to you. But in the grand scheme of things, the skills are the skills. If you're a husband, you're a husband, even before you marry a person. Yeah, right? They can see it in you. And sometimes you're not able to explain it the way I'm explaining it in words. Most people, most good husbands cannot articulate what I'm saying in words, but it shows in their behavior. You can just tell. So please don't be looking around for somebody who speak like Dr. Kingsley. That's not realistic. Okay? It just shows in their behavior. Self-awareness and emotional intelligence is what you wish you knew. Some questions I wished and asked before marriage. Interesting. All right. So let's go to some examples that I see here. Some examples I found on TikTok. I've always wanted to react to TikTok videos, but today we got time. Let's do it.
Things I wish I knew before getting married young. I wish I knew how to advocate for myself when it comes to all of that. You're going to miss out on your 20s, people, because let's be for real. What exactly am I going to miss out on? I still got to travel. I still got to go out with my friends. I still got to have my home life. I still got to accomplish all of my career goals. The difference is after my girls' night, after our brunch, I'm getting picked up by my mans. The thing that I would absolutely hate or annoy the hell out of me is how many people would ask me if I'm missing out on experiencing new partners or having new sexual experiences, as if to have a new sexual experience, you need a new partner for that. I personally don't think I need a new partner to have a new sexual experience. So I could argue that having new sexual experiences is a lot more confident and comfortable when you're with someone that you know, trust, and you love.
Marriage is not 50.
All right. Let's. So she's saying, I don't know what she said. It's not really has to do with the topic much, but she's saying people are saying they wish. Let me see.
Things I wish I knew before getting married young. I wish I knew how to advocate for myself when it comes to all
She
of
said-
that. You're going to miss out on your 20s, people, because
So people, you say you're going to. So if you are going to marry, I guess she married early, and people will say you're going to miss out on the early 20s thing, right? And she's basically saying, nah.
let's be for real. What exactly am I going to miss out on? I still got to travel. I still got to go out with my friends. I still got to have my home life. I still got to accomplish all of my career goals. The difference is after my girls' night, after our brunch, I'm getting picked up by my mans.
Okay, so you can still have it all those things, but the reality is that marrying early is not for everyone. Marrying later is not for everyone. You marry when you find the one, okay? God's time is the best. You marry when you find the one, when you are ready to actually be a husband or a wife. That's when you marry, okay? But it's not a matter of age as long as you're an adult, right? I personally think that early 20s is a space like you're in college, you're finishing college, you're trying to get yourself settled and stuff like that, right? I get that, but outside of that, if you're an adult and you're ready to be a wife or husband, you go for it, right? Does that guarantee a marriage with a long life? No. Does waiting till later guarantee marriage with a long life? No. It doesn't, right? So, but she's right. All these things that you think you're going to miss out on, and you might actually miss out on a good candidate for husband or wife if you're stuck in your head and you think it must be a particular time, let's say like 35. You might end up doing something like that. But even that one in my head, I argue with this small. I said, if you actually did something to sabotage a relationship in your 20s and now you're single 31, 32, 33, is that really sabotage, or that's just God's time? It just wasn't right. It just wasn't meant to be. So I kind of argue with that in my head. What I'm saying is that when you're an adult and you're a person of a certain age, you absolutely want to be intentional, right? So being intentional about what are the skill set that makes you a husband, what are the skill set that makes you a wife. As you grow older, hopefully you know that these are actual skills that you need to learn. Without those skills, it doesn't matter when you marry, could it last, okay? And sometimes when you marry early, you actually get to grow with a good partner, right? So she's making a good point in terms of you're not exactly missing out on anything. That's just your life. And you can have all of those things. And in terms of sexual experience too, you can have new sexual experience. Actually, it's better to have new sexual experience with the same person. It's actually better. Wait, Ola, you haven't experienced something else. How would you know? What kind of assumption is that? Anyway, let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. So that's one person. Let's go to the next person here.
We're back at it again with things I wish I knew before I got married. Wedding edition. Y'all, I've said it once.
Hold on, pardon me. Before I go to this gentleman, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. AG Ohio say, got to know that boys are different from men. Yeah, that statement has context to it, you know. But a boy, what do you mean by a boy? A 7-year-old boy? Or do you mean boys who are 23, 25 years old, right? Yeah, precisely correct. But those people, they can actually acquire knowledge if they have enough desire, and they can literally transform from being a boy to a man. They could be a boy at 31. Is that what you mean? What do you mean by a boy? Or you mean actual boy, 7 years old? Which one? Because that would be completely disconnected from the point I was making, which is, the point is very simple, right? What you're supposed to do is be a husband before you actually become a husband, right? Just like I said, wife, before, because these are skill sets. It's a certain way you move that you're just that person, right? So, but you're absolutely correct. Boys are different from men. That's absolutely a point I can't disagree with. Saying marry a man, not a boy. Yes, absolutely. Yep. So in that sense, absolutely. Yep. You see, I'm just reading as we go, right? Absolutely. Make sure he's a grown man.
Once, and I'll say it again. I did not have the best wedding experience. I'm so open about that because
this one is more concerned about the wedding. He said he did not have a good wedding experience. He's now talking about what he wish he knew. Yep. Gotcha.
it's the truth, and I'm making this video because I would like for you to avoid any of those mistakes that I made personally. Number 1, don't be so focused on planning for a wedding that you forget to plan for your marriage. I spent upwards of $10,000 for my wedding.
That's it? I spent $80,000 on my own wedding. He spent $10,000. These Oyibo people. Anyway, let's keep going.
I regret that wholeheartedly.
He regrets spending $10,000 on his wedding. What kind of wedding was this? Let's keep going.
We could have done something very simple, more intimate, and that money, put it towards a house.
Oh, like just spend $26 at the city hall with one witness, and you're married. That part, yeah, that's true, you know. But you have to get the other person to agree to a simple wedding like that, right? All right. It's possible. You can have a conversation. Maybe that's how you guys are lying. You're frugal. You manage your expenses. You don't waste money on stupid stuff. Let's listen out to what stupid stuff is. Let's continue.
But no, I went towards terrible food and inviting tons of people, most of which I don't even talk to anymore, which brings me to my next point. Your wedding is one of the most special days of your whole life. Make sure that people who you actually want to be there are there. Don't do it to please anyone. Your parents might...
Don't do your wedding to please anyone. Nigerian people.
I pressure you to invite family members that you don't really talk to or like, for that matter. Your colleagues might want to go. Your church might want to... Listen, invite whoever the heck you want to invite. It's your wedding day.
Okay.
Some venues...
Some people literally want everybody at their wedding. All right? Everybody. The whole city. Societal wedding. My Nigerian people, where are they?
You're charging up to $60 per plate. You want to make sure that...
It doesn't matter. We will raise the money. Family will support. Everybody will support. We will get sponsorship. Shout out to V, what's her name? V James, something like that. The other lady, the other day, the one with they try to force her wedding to go viral. Let's keep going.
People that actually want to be there, which brings me to my next point.
Okay.
Please thoroughly vet your wedding venues. We made the horrible mistake of visiting one and sticking with it. Not only were they super expensive, they...
All right, so this guy is just giving wedding advice. Let's go on to the next one. What I wish I marry. Thank you, Jerry, Vicky James, something like that. Let's go to the next one. Actually,
you need to watch out for the red flags. Don't get married too fast. You want to go...
Don't get married too fast. What? Before you get married, you need to know this. Don't get married too fast. Shout out to Tyree's wife is on the screen. She's always talking about relationships as well. What's her name again? What's her name? Somebody remind me. What's Samantha Lee? This is Tyree's ex. That Tyrese is so angry with. Let's keep going.
Do at least enough seasons where you see how they handle pain.
Yes.
I think that's a very good advice. Make sure you see enough seasons to see how they handle pain. What kind of seasons are we talking about? Wait, that's not math. Seasons. What does it mean by seasons?
Their grandmother dies, how he handles that. Does that send him back to drinking and clubbing and being online flirting with other women? You need to see how she or he handles losing a job, because that's how you know the kind of character a person has. It's not when they're on the mountaintop and they're getting everything they want. You need to see how they handle loss. You don't want to connect yourself with someone who cannot handle the pain of life, and then you find yourself in and out of rehab with them all the time. You don't want to take too long to get married. I see some people be dating for 10 years. I'll be like, what in the world are you waiting on? You know what that's showing me? Red flag. That
Red
person has a
flag,
commitment issue. And I cannot prove this in the Bible, but I'll just tell you, through 20 years of ministry, after about 2 years of y'all being together, you should at
He actually said, I can't prove this with the Bible, but after, some people are afraid to say that. They must prove everything in the Bible.
least be talking about the next step in your relationship. After 2 years of I love you too, I love you. Okay, how much do you love me? If you love me that much, put a ring on it. And so there comes a place where, listen, you either gonna step up or step off, because God got somebody better for me. And
but sometimes I'm speaking to women now. Sometimes he'll be with you for 5 to 10 years because you've given him all of the goods that he is not yet qualified for, because he becomes qualified when he gives you his name. When you have his name and a ring on it, then he can have all of the goods. So if you close the shop so he can't have any of the goods, see what he does.
It's true. It's so true.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I have my brother Ben here. I'll come to you in a second, sir. Let's see here. Okay, we have another one here. This is a good one.
A few things I wish my dad had taught me about women and marriage before I got married. Learn her love language. Listen to what she isn't saying.
Learn your love language. Listen to what she is. I can always count on these older people. Listen to what she isn't saying. So you saying I have to read minds? Listen to what she isn't saying.
More than what she is saying.
More than what she's saying.
Find out something that she really detests about housework or children, or something that she really don't like to do, and do it for her.
And do it for her.
A woman is made love to outside of the bed.
A woman is made love to outside of the bed.
A man is made love to in the bed.
Ooh.
Learn her body before you think you're really good at making love. Listen more to what she isn't saying to what she is saying.
He had to repeat that point. Do you think that carries a certain amount of weight? Maybe.
Find out what she...
By the way, we have women who say, no, nobody should be a mind reader. Everybody should be accountable as adults. Brothers, it's a setup. When you work, it cannot work.
really wants instead of what she's saying.
She wants.
And more importantly,
what she really wants is different from what she's saying she wants. Are you saying women are not adults? Come over here right now. Come right here. Okay, listen to me carefully. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, I wasn't slapping anybody. Just the idea. Okay, listen to me carefully. Okay. What she really wants is different from what she says she wants. We're not talking about on the job. We're talking about inside of marriage, in a romantic relationship. Okay? This has nothing to do with if she's confused or not. There's too many factors. Remember the X factor, the big X factor. There's too many things, about 2,000 of variables inside that X factor that goes into this. So it's not as simple as saying that she doesn't know what she's doing. No, that's you still trying to oversimplify the issue. Could it work?
I mean, love God more than you love her.
Love God more than you love her. Listen, that's the best way I can finish that right there. You know, but brother Bendo, my brother, how you know?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I do. So this is how we're gonna do it. I want you to speak to this because I have segments, right? Then I will reserve small segment at the end where we will talk about that other topic. Just stay with me on this particular topics so we can keep the videos clean. You feel me? What says you about this one? Do you have anything to add on to this? What you wish you knew before getting married?
Oh, yeah, of course. For me personally, I think I wish I knew being married required a lot of patience from a man. Yeah, from a man perspective, I wish I knew when you say I do, when you find that baby girl and you're like, oh, sweetheart, you are my God, you are the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I wish I knew that you have to be absolutely become a master in patience.
That's real.
Yeah, because like I always say on your platform, most of the thing I say is from my personal experience, and I've learned a lot. And when I look at where we started and where I am right now, what I knew that really worked for me and probably brought my marriage to where we are in this moment is patience. I was patient for 5 solid years, which even when I think about it at times, I'll be like, how did I do that? Where did that come from? When I look at all the past goals, everything I endured, a younger me, a 30 years old, 25 years old Ben, I won't even take 20% of it. But by the grace of God, I was able to be so patient, calm, and of course have the ability to listen. So if you ask me, patience is what I think I knew before I got married.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, you don't really know what that means until you're inside of it.
Yes,
it's so good to say patience. Of course, be patient. But Ebenezer Obey has said something a long time ago. Pardon me. He said, "Sùúrù la fi ṣọkọ obìnrin."
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm actually going to probably go find the lyrics to that and maybe dissect it one of these days. Because I'm sure there's a lot of wisdom in the lyrics of that song. Àgbà tó ní sùúrù ohun gbogbo ló ní. Chai. Let me just stop right there, right? Let me just stop right there. But yeah, absolutely. Chidima says, why we women gotta be complicated though? That's another topic entirely. But there's many studies around that topic. Many studies around that topic. But at the end of it all, it's all fair. In love and war, all is fair. It's just that, are we patient enough to even have that conversation to that point when we're able to see that the fairness is already there? AG Ohio says, these are seasoned words. All right, I have my brother here. I want to have a conversation with him. Let me round up this segment. We have one more topic and then we'll get into that conversation. I'll be back. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Leave your own comments. Let me know what you wish you knew before getting married. I'll be right back.
Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.